Today we're going to talk about studying! Woohoo! Not really, but that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to give you some tips on how to study faster, better, and how you can find your own method of studying. But remember, I'm not a professional. Be sure to subscribe and like if you want to see more of these kind of videos, and don't forget to answer the question of the week by clicking on the info card right here. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin with the video. So first, I'm going to tell you something more about what I study. The school system in Belgium is really different from America, for example. What I do is called Greek, Math, Science. That's 6 hours of math, 4 hours of Greek, and last 5 hours of science. And then I also have the other subjects that all the other students have. It is very important to plan and have a diary. So in my school, all the students get the same diary. Here I write down all the tasks and tests. Then I also have my calendar that I use as my main planner. In the beginning of every month, I write down all the events where I have to go that month, and through the month I write down all the tests and tasks I've noted in my diary. I also have like this little planner thing that I've made myself. So in that planner, I write down when and what I want to do that day. If you use this kind of planner, you don't really have to stick to it, but it can help you reach your goal for that day. There are many ways to study for a test or exam. It depends on what kind of subject or material you have to study. I prefer writing down my French vocabulary after learning it verbally. With my Greek vocabulary, on the other hand, I prefer to only learn verbally because we only have to know the Dutch translation. When you have a test for mathematics, I would recommend to remake all the exercises so you have a lot of experience, because experience is really important to find a solution for a hard question. Study ahead and repeat your learning material to have less work the day before the test. After each lesson of maths, I try to repeat everything we've seen that day. It can help you find things that you don't really understand, so then you have enough time to ask questions in class. Studying ahead can be really hard when you have a lot of pastimes and a lot of tests. But when you have a boring day and nothing to do, you can like casually study, you know what I mean? Just put some music on, read and repeat things you've learned. So yeah, just don't see it as a punishment, but be happy and see it as a chance to work more efficient and quicker. It is really important to write down hard exercises, definitions or words. Writing down is one of the easiest ways to remember something. But watch out, it has one downside. It can take a while to write everything down, so I would recommend to only write down the most important or hardest words, definitions. So when I write down to study, I don't really care about my handwriting. I use like paper that one side is already used of, so I don't waste new paper. But when you're taking notes in school, it is important to make sure your handwriting is as good as possible. So I have a little ruler to make sure I write right. So yeah, it is important because it is like way easier to study something that you can fluently read. So only use music when you don't want to study, you can't do it anymore, you're like tired but have to study. Not at moments that you are concentrated, because then it will distract you. And only use music that doesn't distract you. It can be helpful, but sometimes it can be really bad. So use music wisely. Drink enough and make sure your brain stays hydrated. A shortage of water can cause headache, and you don't want to have bad results because of that. Eat enough and healthy to make sure you don't become dizzy. And last, vent your room to make sure you have some fresh air in your room so you can breathe, because oxygen is really important. And if your brain doesn't have enough oxygen, you won't be able to focus as good as you normally do. At some point, your brain won't be able to absorb new information. You just have to stop and do something else. Go outside, get a walk, just think about something else. Don't study anymore. Do this until you are ready to study again. Make sure your breaks aren't too long, but also not too short. Make sure you give your brain the time to get better, because it hurts. And don't exterminate yourself, because school is important, but your health, mental and physical, even more. So this was the video. Let me know in the comments what your studying tips are, and don't forget to subscribe and like. So yeah, until the next video. Studying! Oh, what? But my Greek vocabulary on the other hand, Neil searching an English word. So stay vented instead of hydrated, but also hydrated and eat enough.
Hey you, can I learn your flavor? It's brand new. Now it's in the papers, all I seem to see must be something underneath.